cards, family. Let's do a quick update on Mr. Jayz. Okay, so let's see how he feeling in reference of I know they were saying that he didn't get his casino. He didn't get the casino. So, and then turn around and I see that Nas just got a casino in Queens. I'm like, oh my God. Wonder what, I don't know. I don't know what the difference was and what his bid was, or where maybe because of where he wanted it to be. Because that's like prime real estate area versus somewhere outside of that area. Anywho, I wanted to do a reading on Jayz and see what's to come for him. A lot of people in the YouTube streets and a lot of social media streets, they're always saying, oh, Jayz is getting ready to get, this, and that. I do foresee some negative energy coming his way in my previous readings, because I've always done readings to kind of check in on his energy. I've seen some negative stuff coming up in 2026. I can't lie. So I want to just see what the cards say, and I don't want this to be that long, so I'm going to just jump right into it. I'm going to go a little different in reference of the normal of what I normally would use is the truth and words first, but I want to use the whispers of the unsolved first, and maybe tap into some tarot and see what the ancestors say, and then we'll do a quick spread. So let's just see. Jayz ancestors, what's to come for Jayz? Military operation. All right, so this oh my God, military operation and perversion, some type of planning of a situation or operation to catch him with his pants down, or where he may have had his pants down in the past, or in some type of situation, like how he had that one situation that came up with the female, and she accused him of, some things, but he got off on it. But it may be something else that come up, put it like that, right? Because the military operation is about a strategic mission. It's a coordinated operation. So it doesn't have to, don't pay attention to just the military of it. Yeah, it could be militant, the way that they move in reference of the perversion type situation that's here. Now the perversion that's with the militant operation, or the operation, just strategic operation, this is about moral corruption, okay? So, defiant behavior, or some type of ethical distortion or twisted motive that you may have had in the past. They may come at him that way. More messages in reference of Jayz. What is to come for Mr. Sean Carter? Thank you, ancestors. Treason, okay? Treason and ego. So treason is definitely coming out, and ego is coming out, because we know he does have a big ego now that he feels that he can pretty much, based off of his past behavior, right? I'll say he has an ego because of him feeling like he can get outside of the law. He can beat the law, right? And see, we have treason here. Now, treason is about betrayal or trust, okay? So like I said, the ego on the bottom of the deck goes back to this betrayal and trust. See, he's got such a big ego that he feels like it doesn't matter who he betrays and trusts, okay? Loyalty violation. My time is valuable just popped up on as a mantra, so maybe this is the way he feels, and maybe something he says. A national betrayal, institutional sabotage. So they could feel like, or if something coming towards him, or he could feel like somebody is betraying him, maybe even his own companies. And that the institutional sabotage makes me think of Rock Nation, right? So he could have, everything here is allegedly all for entertainment purposes only. All this is non-factual. This is just me pulling cards, talking to my ancestors, all right? But the treason card comes out for a reason. And as you can see, the treason has a rope here, but it has money, right? And foreign money too. So this could go back to him, the whole thing of him wanting to move overseas and all these different things, right? So that could also play a part in reference of how they feel about this treason, right? And him having this big old ego, feeling like he can. Now the ego card in this deck is definitely telling them. It's definitely about self-importance, like, you know, his pride and his motivation and stuff like that. So, you know, it's just he has a lot here that goes back to strategically betrayal with him and how he moves, and also in how that energy is going to come back tenfold towards him. So you see how the ancestors is showing it, and it's because of the ego. See, your ego is being arrogant behavior, you know, narcissistic energy, you know, feeling like you can get past of anything, you know, you can get past whatever comes your way. Yeah, look, manipulation, and look, around love too. Look at that. What's to come? Manipulation, gaslighting, control, pulling the strings on someone that he says that he loves, playing them like this that you see here, right? Where's the love is what I'm hearing. Where is the love? Okay, so manipulation, gaslighting. What else is to come for Jayz, Sean Carter ancestors? Thank you. Yeah, accomplice, follow the money. So he has some type of partner or accomplice that they need to really horn into, or may already be looking at. Okay, what is to come is his accomplice and his partner follow the money. They may be following the money. This may be something that comes up in reference of some type of treason, or, you know, manipulation, or even in reference of this planned strategic operation that's coming his way. You see, he may feel he has a partner or accomplice, but it's definitely men in suits, or even women in suits, right? But it goes back to the dollar bill, y'all. What else for Jayz is to come? What else for Jayz is to come? Thank you. Yeah, con man and drugs and poison. So what I feel is like, and it's under treason, right? This spread does not look great in reference of what's to come for him. I don't know if if he still has some type of connection to in some way. Okay, because the way that it came out with the con man card comes out to let us know somebody is definitely a professional deceiver, okay, connected to this, allegedly. And calculated fraud, systematic deception, master manipulator. And look at that, we had the manipulation coming out, pulling strings. You know, he's very smart. This is a very smart man, okay? And he knows how to work it, family. He does, right? What's to come for Jayz, Sean Carter? Look at what flew out. I can't make this up. I just did like that, and the same two cards flew out. It's like he's going to go the wrong way. That's why he's getting a lot of no's in reference of the things that he's trying to do. Look at what flew right back out. This is all allegedly, okay? This is all allegedly, all for entertainment purposes only. Wow, 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 wow. I'm going to pull a few more from this deck, and then we will wrap it up with this spread. What else is to come for Sean Carter ancestors? What else is to come for Sean Carter, known as Jayz? Okay, these two wanted to fall out. Look at the collapse in the meeting. So it's like something could collapse in reference of him meeting up with some people. Look at the political, yeah. So there's some type of political stance in reference of money that's behind him, or he has to deal with in some shape, form, or fashion. Ancestors said that is the truth, but it's coming to a collapse. It's like an inside job. Okay, that goes back to the follow the money as well. I see a lot here, you know, money, political stuff, drugs, you know, con man, treason. Like, all of this is negative things, family. Wow, this is a lot. This is all allegedly for entertainment purposes only. This is all non-factual, okay? This is all non-factual, okay? This is all non-factual. Jay-Z. What's to come for Jay-Z? Sean Carter. Ancestors not playing with y'all today, okay? The ancestors is not playing with y'all today. Now I want to read off to you guys what the deep state card means specifically so you know, okay? The deep state card comes out to tell us about a hidden power structure. Look at how it came out. A hidden power structure. A covert governance, a shadow authority, a secret control. Ancestors said it's the truth. He's connected to this in some shape, form, or fashion. Some people look at the deep state as the illuminated ones. Ancestors said it's the truth. He has a lot to connected to these people. The truth is factual revelations, honest disclosure that will be revealed. Reality will be exposed, family. There will be genuine information that comes out about majority of this, and it goes back to the political with the money attached to it. It goes back to ancestors saying, follow the money multiple times, okay? Follow the money. And it also goes back to these things, family. Deception, okay? Which goes back to a partner and an accomplice that he has. They move militantly, okay? But it's treason there, all right? It's some type of betrayal and deception to come, is what it looks like. But when you're playing in these type of waters, you're bound to have some type of deception to happen. Jay-Z, Sean Carter, what is to come? Jay-Z, Sean Carter. Yeah, an unavoidable disaster. An unavoidable disaster. Things collapsing, things blowing up in his face. That has been a long time coming. See, he's out of alignment, and also in reference of his the lineage, the family lineage, bloodline, right? Recovery and healing is needed in reference of his family, because these are the things that are going to affect them. Okay, it just doesn't affect just him. It's going to affect more than just him. It's going to affect his whole family, his lover, his his children. Everything like that is going to be affected when these things start to happen, unfortunately, right? This natural disaster, unavoidable situation that could come up for Mr. Carter in the future, it goes back to unavoidable arising of things, natural destruction because of things that have taken place here. Now, the follow the money card, right? Because that came out multiple times, right? Came out multiple times, the follow the money. And the follow the money card here is just telling us about, it's telling us about a financial trail, okay? Something that that people who investigate him are going to be able to follow back to him, a monetary connection, economic motivation, or resources tracking. Somebody's going to be able to track it back, okay, to some things, all right? So where he may be trying to hide things, put things, away, there's something there. Now, don't get it twisted. This could be about drugs, but it could also be about substance involvement or toxic influence, okay? Intentional drugging, okay? So also about poison in a situation, okay? So it doesn't always mean that, but in most cases it does, okay? What else do you want to tell us? Just give me two more cards in reference of what's to come for Mr. Sean Carter. Mr. Jay-Z, Sean Carter. Thank you, ancestors. Justice and karma is to come, because he has been in a normal routine of things, right? Where his neighborhood is going to be turned upside down. Now, the neighborhood came in reverse, and routine and typical came out, but it came with the justice. Now, the justice is about a legal resolution is coming, okay? There will be some type of karmic balance, a fair outcome, a righteous consequence for him. And this is going to come in reference of this energy that's here about some type of routine. His routine is going to be evaluated, right? Which is a regular pattern for him, something that he's established, right? A predictable action, something that he normally does, right? So the ancestors say, yeah, and the neighborhood is in reverse. Now, the neighborhood in reverse, right? it's to me that signifies some major things in his life that is going to be turned upside down. A local community, a familiar area. This could also be a residential connection or approximate location. So familiar area being turned upside down, the normal routine being, thrown off, because it's justice and karma is coming. See, justice and karma. All right, so let's pull some tarot. Let's see what the ancestors tell us of what's to come for Jayz. Mr. Sean Carter. I'm going to just slide these down. What is to come for Mr. Sean Carter? Mr. Jayz. What is to come? We just wanted to tap into his energy, ancestors. And know, I'm going to put them back. And know what is to come for Mr. Jayz. What is in his energy of what's to come for Jayz? Sean Carter. Thank you, ancestors. The Three of Pentacles. Working with others. Here he is, the King of Pentacles, working with others, trying to work with others, could become a factor in his situation. He is the King of Pentacles, right? Sitting on his throne with his ego. What's with the Three of Pentacles, right? So this lets me know also he's trying to put some things into work, right? With money. This is him working, trying to get that casino. He's trying to pivot. He's trying to move a different way. That was him sitting on his throne. This Three of Pentacles is him working with others to, this is all about him working, trying to figure out exactly what he wants to do, how he's going to maneuver, how he's going to be able to put his coins together and work with others to get what he wants. Three of Coins for Sean Combs, and what's to come for him, ancestors. The Three of Coins, clarity. For Sean Combs, what is to come? The Three of Coins. What is to come in his energy? Thank you. A lot of money. A lot of money, okay? Here's the Five of Pentacles, family, okay? A financial loss. Whatever he was working on with these people does not work out, okay? It doesn't work. The Five is a financial loss, okay? It is a hiccup, okay? It looks like to me this will be some type of revelation, okay? Whereas he was working with these people, could have been 3 people he was working with or 2 other people in himself, and he winds up losing some financial money attachment, contract, whatever it may be, right? Because of whatever went wrong with this. And he's going to need healing. He's going to need to recover. That's why we've seen the recovery, okay? He could already be going through this, but I'm seeing the Magician. So he's trying to work his magic. He feels like he has all the resources he needs. He's also trying to conjure up something new, right? And using his magic as well, okay? That's that warlock energy there. Definitely showing it. Definitely giving me, with the Magician, this is him also being this, right? Manipulating and trying to control things, work things out. But if you see what's in his energy, nothing but coins, okay? We got the 5 and we got the 3. Okay? Earthly possessions, losing some things, okay? What else can you tell us about this 3 of Pentacles, 5 of Pentacles, and Jay-Z's energy at this time, and what's to come for Jay-Z? Ancestors, thank you. The Sun, okay? So some type of something being shined down on, and this looks like a female, so this could be Beyonce coming in to save the day. The Sun card is a positive energy. It's joy. It's something that comes in to help. It's a light to your darkness. Okay, but it's female energy. But this is also somebody in the background, right? That's calling some shots, okay? This is not Jay-Z. This is somebody above him. This is the 5 of Wands. This is somebody who's taking action and that he has conflict with. Now, this woman could also be the woman that he works with on, I don't know why Ancestors is bringing this to me now. I forgot her name. The one that is with him on Rock Nation, right? This could be her trying to come in and cut through some adversity for him and her, okay, in this financial situation that's happening, okay? And it looks like she may be able to get some things done, but she has to report back to the big dog. And so does he, but there's conflict there. Somebody is seeing red. Somebody is very upset with him, okay? Whoever this is that's a top dog, wears suits in some type of executive, even higher up ranking position, he has conflict with. And this female is trying to be the liaison, ain't that how you say it? Like the mediator between him and this person, okay? I feel like this is the accomplice, right? That's trying to help him to get through this situation with the finances, okay? And that's also the one of the other people that he's working with, the Three of Pentacles, okay? So this goes back to some things. Whoever this person, this man is, may be political too, okay? But it looks like there's still some, see, this is the Five of Wands, so it's some conflict. And it's like it's gonna blow up, whatever this is. Okay, clarity on this Sun and this Three of Pentacles and the Five of Pentacles and the Sun card for Jayz and what's to come, ancestors, Jayz and what's to come. Thank you. Yeah, Judgment. Yeah, here we are. And there's the Ten of Swords. That's the ending. Jayz is going to be, what is to come? Jayz is definitely going to be under judgment in reference of some deaths. Okay, because this is my death card, the Ten of Swords. Look at somebody being thrown down in a hole. And that's also metaphoric for him throwing some people in a hole and being judged. Come to Jesus moment. Come to Jesus, Yahweh, whatever you want to call him. Because now you must stand in this karma. And Judgment Day is coming. For Jayz, allegedly, non-factual entertainment purposes only, but the ancestors is not showing any lies here, allegedly. Ten of Swords is definitely about some endings, and with that judgment, that definitely lets me know that this is judgment time coming for him. It looks like it's going to come in reference of his money. It's many things, and like I said, this is about death. Clarity on the judgment for Jayz. Clarity on what's to come in reference of the judgment card here for Jayz. Clarity. Clarity. Judgment for Jayz. Yeah, he's going to have strength, right? He's going to have strength to get through this, because otherwise it's like the sacrificial energy here, you know? This is about somebody maybe even getting their lick back, right? But Answers is just saying he's going to be under judgment. There's definitely a trickster here, okay? Manipulator. It's an older male that he's going to have strength to get through the rain of karma that's going to come at him from this person. Because the Judgment card is him. This is somebody older. And this is the Hangman. The Hangman is about your world being turned upside down, but also being the sacrifice in some type of situation. I feel like the Hangman is energy that's coming back to tell us about, you know, some type of situation on who he's sacrificed to get what he's got, right? And this is an angel coming back. It's the last message in reference of what's the energy and what's the come for Jayz. Thank you, ancestors. The Six of Swords, okay? Trying to move forward through adversity, but still having to figure out exactly what he's going to do in reference of what he's invested in. So he's going to try to bounce back, okay? Because this is the Seven of Pentacles, a lot of money. But this is the Seven of Swords. So it's kind of like 7 and 6, 13. That number 13 coming back out again, right? Very profound number. But that's who he's going to have to deal with. He's going to have to do a lot of people pleasing. He's going to have to report back to the boss. He's going to have strength to get through the situation that comes his way. Okay? And look at all the money, the coins in red, because all the blood that sheds. Okay? So it still takes me to this, justice and karma. I'm going to pull one quick spread and I'm going to wrap it up because I feel like this was a lot. Truth in the Words is the last spread I will pull for him. As you can see, I have all tarot and oracle here, and we'll pull one spread. I'm not even going to clarify. We're just going to ask the ancestors to give us a message in reference of what's to come for Jayz. What's to come for Jayz, ancestors, based off of the messages we have here. A lot about following the money, a natural disaster happening with him, some type of situation with finances. But what is to come for Jayz? Show us, ancestors, what is to come, especially with this justice and karma. Show us what's to come for Jayz. What's to come for Jayz, ancestors? What's to come for Jayz? What is to come for Jayz? What is to come for Jayz? Harmed. Ooh, don't like that. Okay, this is an odd spread. Clothes, earthly possessions, which takes us back to the money cards that we've seen here about the ancestors telling us about him working with someone and losing some type of financial situation, right? The earthly possessions is the Four of Coins. So that could be the harm that the ancestors is saying. Maybe the harm of his pockets. This is about materialistic things, earthly possessions. Ancestors said he took an oath around that. Remember, we seen the accomplice and we seen the political stance. So he's definitely taking an oath. The oath is about a verbal or written blood contract, right? In reference of the earthly possessions that he has. So he's definitely taking an oath. It's definitely isolated. He's isolating himself, and it's also an isolated situation that he's been going through, where he's been isolating himself so he won't have to deal with anyone else, okay? It looks like there's some type of gathering, though, a party or some situation that can go on. It looks like with the birth parent, which could be the parent, the birth parent of him, or for his, wife or whatever. So it's some type of party going on. Not sure why the rainbow is here. Okay, the rainbow is my card in reference of LGBT, okay, community, as well as like gang life. Okay, so not sure how that coincides. So I'm gonna have to clarify this spread just to see what the ancestors is trying to tell me, family, quickly, and we'll see. Clarity. Clarity on what's to come for Jayz, ancestors, on the messages that you have here for us. Clarity and what's to come for Jayz, and what we need to know of what's to come. Clarity of Jayz. Stay or go away. I feel like this is something he could be telling to his mate, okay? I do feel that there could be some type of situation where they could wind up separating. If not, because I have birth parent and I have let it go here. So I don't know what that is trying to say, but other than what I'm feeling, like the birth parent is a birth parent of either your child or your children or something of that sort, or either you as the birth parent, but I have let it go. So I feel like it could be some letting go. I see a love and a gathering. So somebody could be gathering with someone, or they could be having a gathering together to talk about the love situation. He may be being isolated because there's lessons within this whole situation. It looks like there's some type of situation going on with him and his relationship. The earthly possession has secrets on there. So this is another thing, right? Secrets and clothes. So there's something about that. And then on the oath, we have drugged. Now, we also have drugs that came out. So I don't know if he's taking an oath in reference of something that's their connection, right? But then on the rainbow, we have burglarized. Don't know what that is trying to tell us about something being stolen in reference of the LGBT or some type of gang situation, and somebody stealing something from him, or him stealing something from someone in that community, or, you know, vice versa. But there's definitely a lessons that he's learning, and he's being isolated or separated from, it looks like, a love, okay? And there's some type of gathering of people around him, maybe to show him love, because there's something in reference of a birth parent being let it go. Unless there is, but this is my card of a child parent, okay? It could be his mother, maybe in reference of him having some type of death in his family of some sort, but I didn't see death come out earlier. I have the stay or go because of some type of fight, okay? So this looks like, and it goes back to the love relationship. So this could be, we could hear of some type of separation because of some type of fight, stay or go. And there's some type of information that about violence, okay? This could go back to sex, rituals, school-age children, virus is like a virus or disease in the city, and there's the tower moment, okay? So the tower moment came out over here as well, where we had, there's going to be some type of natural unavoidable disaster that blows up. Now that's a house, so it could be something that blows up unexpectedly. Well, unavoidable, I ain't gonna say unexpectedly, because I do feel like it's expected in reference of Jay-Z and what's to come. This is all allegedly, all for entertainment purposes only. This is all non-factual. I will pull a few cards to see what's going on in the love life of Jay-Z right now and Beyonce. Let's do that, and let's see, since we got love that came out in reference of what's to come for him. Let's see. What's up with him and Beyonce and the love, ancestors? I haven't done a Jay-Z reading in a while, so this one may be a little bit longer than normal, but I'm getting some juice, some tea. What's up with Jay-Z and Beyonce relationship? Jay-Z and Beyonce relationship. What is to come? What is to come for Jay-Z and Beyonce's relationship? What is to come? Jay-Z and Beyonce. Jay-Z and Beyonce relationship, and what's to come. I have loving on you, okay? Good loving. So maybe they are still loving on each other, missing you. So maybe they're not together. Maybe that's what the gathering and the party is about. This is her energy, Virgo, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, the earth sign. Here's a baby. Baby on the way. So maybe somebody's having a baby. Maybe Beyonce could be pregnant again. There's a baby on the way in the mix between him and her, okay? Don't know if that means that, but I don't know why that I would have loving on you and missing you, because they are, if they're still together, why would this energy come out between the two of them? But it goes back to the earth sign person, which would be Beyonce, and then a baby. What else can you tell me about what's happening between Beyonce and Jay-Z and what's to come? What's the energy between Beyonce and Jay-Z and what's to come, ancestors? Beyonce and Jay-Z and what's to come? Healing needed, yeah. Healing is needed. It's risky. Some risky business going on between them. A liar and a cheat, okay? There's definitely lies, deceit, and somebody's a cheater, okay? One more card in reference of the energy between Jay-Z, and there's the lessons again, and we have lessons up here about isolation. So we got lessons twice about love. So there is some lessons that are being learned at this time, and the ancestors said yes, okay? And it's about love. I'm going to pull what we don't know, and I'll wrap it up. What we don't know, Queen Nella, in reference of what's happening with Jay-Z and love. I don't know. It's some risky situations happening between them. They do definitely need some healing. It could be that maybe they are missing how they used to be, but there's still some love there. Okay. What's the comfort? What do we need to know that we don't know in reference of Jay-Z and love with Beyonce? What do we need to know between Jay-Z and Beyonce that we don't know? Play chess, not checkers. Games being played right now. You know, this is a card about somebody's playing mind games, you know, playing mind games with each other, playing games, you know, trying to figure out the next move. Okay, on the bottom we have your ex is back. Communication with an ex. So somebody's maybe even communicating with the ex. That could be why we have that miss you. Maybe that's why we do have the miss you. Because somebody's ex is calling. Communication. Somebody's talking to their ex in between them. Jay-Z and Beyonce. What is it that we don't know of what's happening in Jay-Z and Beyonce's relationship? Thank you. The Star. Okay, so maybe this is falling off. The Star is falling off. So this would be Beyonce. This is female energy. Okay, so he's falling off or she's falling off of him. There's definitely energy of something falling off. What else can you tell us about Jay-Z and Beyonce's energy of what we don't know? Jay-Z and Beyonce, this flew out. Yeah, ghosted. We had that earlier in reference of manipulation and it was up here, right? Manipulation and playing the strings, right? Yeah, gaslighting. Gaslighting, right? So I feel like somebody's spiritual bath needed. Somebody's being ghosted. Maybe she's waiting on him to call her. Maybe he's waiting on her to call somebody or something of that sort. What else do we need to know in reference of Jay-Z and Beyonce's relationship? What is happening that we don't know? Yes, this is between Jay-Z and Beyonce's relationship. Okay, the Yoni, they're getting it in. But there's a stalker too. Yoni and the stalker. So somebody is stalking somebody. Stalker alert. Jay-Z and Beyonce's, he could be the stalker to Beyonce. Yeah, Beyonce talking to her friends and she's over it. It looks like smoking and chilling with her homegirl and she over the situation. See, there's some secrets here. There's some secrets here and she's over it. See, because that's two female energies of what's happening between him and her. Last card of what's happening between Jay-Z and Beyonce that we don't know. Beyonce sick of the mess, okay? What else do we need to know between Beyonce and Jay-Z of what we don't know? Thank you, ancestors, allegedly. There he is, daddy. But I'm seeing single mommy with you know, a boy, and someone is getting tarot readings on you. So I feel like he could be getting readings, she could be getting readings. Somebody is doing some spirit and tapping in, okay? Single mommy came out. So this goes back to Beyonce could be single mother after no longer dealing with him and him being the daddy back on the prowl. That's what this one means, back on the prowl. So this is what I have in reference of J and B. This is probably why we have the stay or go, and they're doing there's some type of fight that's happening, but it looks like she could go back to this because she's getting sick and tired and be of sick and tired. She's also doing her magic, okay? You see that Ouija board there. You see they smoking on their trees, her witch hat. There's definitely some energy of her doing her thing, right? And he's just trying to figure out which way he needs to go, playing mind games, trying to be manipulative. But there's definitely energy here, okay? Please let me know what you think below with all the messages that I pulled. This was very intense. I didn't expect it to go this long, but I tapped into a little bit of everything of this is what's to come for Mr. Jay-Z. And like I said, everything here is all allegedly for entertainment purposes only. Non-factual, any of this. Peace. This is the ancestors speaking.